Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me for today's gift announcement, my philanthropic gift announcement. Sorry, I'm so excited. It's hard to breathe. Obviously, I never thought I would win $200 million. And since this is more money than I ever imagined, it gives me great pleasure to announce today what I plan to do with those funds. That has been the most frequent question that I've gotten. What are you going to do? And as a mother and a wife and a nurse, of course, my thoughts went to myself and my family first. So there are some things I plan to do to indulge myself. The very first thing I'm going to do is set aside funds for my children's college education, and it is such a relief to know that a debt-free education is assured. The next thing I plan to do is spoil my amazing husband. He's put up with a great deal as I pursued my career, and I'm going to get him a Tesla and a new guitar. For myself, you can ask anyone who knows me. I've always said if I could quit my job, I would move to Maine. And here it is. I did actually win the lottery. And I am not going to quit my job, but I am planning on taking a sabbatical and spending an entire summer in Maine. And I have to tell you, I can't wait. So, all these things that I've talked about, these incredible luxuries that I'm very excited about, none of those types of things matter when you're in crisis. We all dream about things that we want, things that we hope for, things that we hope we're going to be able to create in our life. And when things are good, we're working towards those dreams. But if a crisis happens, if a natural disaster happens, if everything around us falls apart, then those things don't matter anymore. What matters is that you get the immediate help that you need. Robert Louis Stevenson says, "Don't judge the day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant." And as I thought about this incredible gift, $200 million, and what I could do to give back to the world with that kind of money, I really thought about what kind of seeds do I want to plant. And what was most important to me was to help when there is this type of crisis. Because I want more people to be able to focus on caring for their loved ones, on reaching educational dreams, and that can't happen if we're in a state of crisis. In an emergency, those things just aren't on the radar. It's for those reasons that I have decided today to donate $150 million to the following organization: Direct Relief. The mission of Direct Relief is to improve the health and lives of people affected by poverty or emergencies without regard to politics or religion, and certainly ability to pay. Direct Relief was founded in 1948 by William Zindem. Its headquarters is located in Santa Barbara, California, and Direct Relief provides aid all over the world. Since 1948, they've been helping people to help themselves. It's one of the things that I really was drawn to about Direct Relief. They're very focused on making sure that the participants in their relief efforts are true participants. The local community is involved. The solutions are targeted towards the actual needs of community. I think many of us have seen in the last several years, you can have an emergency that touches people's hearts. Hurricane Irma or Katrina in New Orleans, forest fires in California. And all this aid flows in, but if it's not managed well, it can cause just as many problems. So the founder, William Zindam, he was an Estonian immigrant, and he was lucky enough to amass significant wealth, not through the lottery, but he lived through the period of Hitler. And during the war, he began sending thousands of relief parcels, including food, clothing, and medicines. He witnessed the unchecked power of Hitler, and he witnessed the aftermath. And with some thought, he decided to dedicate his fortune to serving oppressed people everywhere. He felt that his efforts represented a constructive and a concrete way to fight political tyranny. That's something that I really resonate with. How can we as individuals do something that helps people not be taken over by people who have power, but maybe not our best interests at heart? Direct Relief focuses on emergency preparedness and response. They respond to hurricanes, wildfires, earthquakes, outbreaks, pandemics. And as I've spoken about before, they're really focused on what are the local priorities, how do we involve the local people. And they've developed over the years a system for making sure that their aid addresses the needs that are the priority in the beginning of an emergency, such as search and rescue and emergency medical services, and then transition seamlessly to the needs that become more prominent in the aftermath, such as shelter, clean water, and medical services. They also are pioneers in the use of technology to manage logistical challenges, such as bottlenecks or overdonations of unneeded items. They're able to use this technology to maximize right place, right aid, at the right time. Another focus of Direct Relief is on community health. If you're sick and you're unable to access medical care, you're often unable to work. You get poor or you stay poor. And we know that people who are experiencing poverty are at a higher risk of getting sick. So it's incredibly important to break this vicious cycle, which is a very complex endeavor. Under any scenario, better access to health services is essential, and this is something that Direct Relief has a great deal of experience with. Just as important, Direct Relief has an incredible track record. They are one of the most highly rated and awarded charities out there. Charity Navigator, which is an independent ratings agency for charities, gives Direct Relief their top rating. In fact, they list them in their top 10 charities of all charities. They get a 4-star rating. Forbes gave Direct Relief a 100% efficiency rating, meaning that their donations raised 99% goes directly to charitable relief, and less than 1% is spent on corporate organization and operations. CNBC rated Direct Relief number 1 of the top 10 charities in the world, and Fast Company recognized the innovation and use of technology that Direct Relief uses, naming it one of the top 10 most innovative nonprofits. Direct Relief has the experience and the capacity to handle my donation and to make sure that it's used appropriately. Year to date, they have spent almost $700 million, donated almost $700 million in medical aid. And in 2019, their total donation was $1.7 billion. So they're going to be able to handle the 150 million that I'm donating. Direct Relief says that giving is good medicine. And I think that it's good for us when we're able to give, and it's certainly good for the people who need that aid and are able to receive it. For everything that Direct Relief does, every person's life who is impacted, every life that is saved, every life that is improved, every act they're able to do, it stems from an act of generosity that somebody was able to make, that they didn't have to. That in itself is extraordinary. I hope that you will join me in donating to Direct Relief, and I thank you very much for your time.